computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hey there, guys! Hey there, waves! I'm gonna try out this new model. I'm working on a new one, because this is my first one and the eyes are really wonky. And so is the head and stuff. Like, I'm just not really happy with it. I like the design, but I know I can do better, you know? So, that's still kind of in the works, but I thought, like, you know what? I should at least, like, try and wear this. Use it. Anyway, let's see. I do have a drawing picked up today. Picked out. I was in Colorado a few weeks ago, so I have a lot of pictures to use. So no followers images this evening. So let's see. Hey there, Chessloons. What are we thinking? How are we doing? Yeah, I feel like the head goes back and forth kind of wonky, but oh well. Just how it be. Let me make sure I can also hear myself, because sometimes it doesn't want to come through on my phone. Like, when I'm looking back, it's like, oh, my audio sucks. Okay, everything sounds good. Alrighty, let's see. So, I don't even know where I was for this. All the hills and mountains have names. I don't know which one. There was this thing called Rita the Rock Pusher nearby, though. So that can give you, like, a general idea, like, what mountain this was on. But just look at the view. Like, I like living in the Midwest because, like, I can see as far as the horizon. Like, it's kind of nice to see, like, the little bumps that you can see everywhere. But it makes me feel so small. Like, I feel kind of claustrophobic. Just making myself ready for an incoming festival. Still struggling with my PNG tuber steal. Oh! Yeah, it takes a few tries. Definitely when I was trying to get mine together, it took me a little bit. What is wrong with my face? What? Is it because I look at my screen and it blocks out? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Oh, it does not like me reading chat. I don't know how to do this better. Maybe I need to, like, have my phone down in front of me. This is so wonky. Like, with PNG tubers, I don't have to worry about, like, my movement, but at least, like, with this, it's so weird. I don't know. Gosh, wow. That was horrific. I don't know why I glanced over at that. Anyway, I lost my train of thought when I was talking about this image, but anyway, let's just get started, throw some stuff down. So we'll make our box like always. This is gonna be our canvas over here. I'm gonna eyeball this blue. So I'm gonna have to, like, watch this back and take notes, like, how to tune it, but it's also because I have our glasses. Like, I took out my glasses. I feel like also if I put my hand in front of my face, it, like, tweaks out really bad. But if I have my glasses off, I think it moves better. But if I put my glasses back on, which I'm doing right now, putting back on my glasses, I feel like it looks weird. I'm looking at my monitor to see, and we'll catch back up. Yeah, it does not like it. So, let's see. So here, nope, darker and less saturation. Probably go more this way. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Build that up. I have not used Krita in a while, so I'm trying to like remember how to do all this a little bit. Also, because I'm using like 2 monitors, if I move my whole arm, I never thought about that. Like I have to like minimize my movement. It's gonna be a big struggle over there. It's gonna be quite hot outside. Oh, yeah, it is that time of year. What type of festival is it? Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's also not what I wanted. I forgot to lock the transparency there. It's gonna be a big struggle. Oh yeah, I already read that. It's a hardcore festival. Do you know Def Q1? Mm-mm. I don't know what either of those words are. Just add in some of this color here. Might come up here, just add that texture in. Now to go more towards green. I really want to bump up this values. I don't know if I'll do 1 or 2 today. I did work on my real life mural, so that was fun. So I am a little art out, but I was like, you know what? I do have time. I can probably squeeze in 1 hour of a doodle. I forgot I was supposed to do this on different layers, so I didn't make a new layer when I made the image. Oopsie. Hater waves, as you say. Hater Superintendent Virgil. Dude, what's up? Because it was either also going to be a doodle stream or a Helldivers. I love Helldivers. I suck at it, but I think it's really fun. I got it with a different friend group, but like I've been playing it with someone else, and they've been teaching me how to be like a stealth diver, and I love it. I love I don't like a lot of heat. I don't like being surrounded in games, but like I like being able to take my time and like look at everything. And so being a stealth diver, I can like observe everything. It's so nice. It's so fun. Well, it's 12 AM and I need to be up around 7. Just want to say thanks for the cheap commission for my channel. I really appreciate you for it. Oh, of course, it's no problem, Just Learns. I can't wait to see what you do. Tilly Rose, what are you doing? No. Come on. It's me, Zillow. Yeah, I love playing Helldivers with you. Oh my gosh! I remember. Hater Zillow. Hang on, let me get my dog. Come here, Tilly. You get up there. Yep, my model's tweaking. It's freaking out because I walked. I need to fix that somehow. Hello. Calibrate again. Come back. What are we doing? Hang on, let me check it. Okay, it's back. It's back to normal. I'm not a big fan of this model, but this is my first time. Like, this, not my first time, this is my first one. My second one with, Blanky, which she is still for sale, by the way. I'm thinking of setting up a VGen, but I still want to, like, let people who did want her have a chance before I post her online more. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Because I haven't really been promoting her because I was gone for a few weeks. I was trying to get her done before I left. Look at these mountains in. About right here. This would be really good. Yippee! Yippee! Oh my gosh, wait, who subscribed? Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, thank you for the sub! Oh my gosh, yeah, if you guys subscribe to my channel during my streams, you get like a little yippee. Emo Doodles needs to wait till October time. Evil Doodles, Hater Doodles. Oh, hey there, Stoic! How are you, dog? Do I need to make... It's not Evil Doodles. That's not Doodles. I've been calling her Blanky. Because I was typing her in, like, her name as blank. Because, like, I just couldn't think of a name for her. So I've been calling her Blanky. I don't know. I've been debating if I should do art fight or open up commissions for July. It's very hard decision for me because, like, art fight is fun. I do like doing art for people that, like, probably haven't ever been drawn for before. But I feel like with art fight, it does little, like, I'm just not out there, I feel, in the art community to get a lot of engagement, and, like, my values are very different from what most common artists are. So I don't think I really do well in art events and stuff, or art groups. Just like, I would like to participate, it's just doesn't ever work well. I'm going to celebrate my cousin's birthday and now sick with COVID. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so sorry. Hope you feel better soon. That's rough. Tell your cousin that they owe you. Well, you'll never know for sure unless you put yourself out there. I did it last year, which was my first time. And I do I feel like I have a good idea of how the art community feels about someone like me. So, I just stay out of it. It's not really for me. So either I can do commissions, or I've also thought about bringing back profile pictures for July. It's just whenever I do profile pictures, I get really a lot of burnout, but it's also really good because it gives me growth, and I do like that I get to engage with my community when I do them. It's fun, and that like a retrospect, I guess that's the word, but I get a lot of burnout, and also I get spammed like crazy despite me saying, hey, if you bother me, I'm not going to do your profile picture, and people still bother me. I don't feel too bad thankfully. That's good. Hopefully you do come through quickly. Just drink a lot of water, drink your vitamins. A good diet is really important when you're sick. Organic and clean. I'm trying to figure out what color I want this to be, which I know it's like one of these. I think it's more yellow and dark. Because we're doing this green. Nope, that is going to be more saturated, darker. Like that. Yep. What do you enjoy posting the most? Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. And whoo, let me tell you, it's tremendous. I just rediscovered Metallica's Don't Tread on Me. Ooh, yeah. I'm doing the funny and having like 10 tablets of Bitsy to hopefully get better faster. Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's good. Get some Pedialyte to drink. Yeah, Pedialyte would be good. Gatorade. I do enjoy working on Norwood. I haven't really had much of a chance. I did work on it a little bit, like on the drive home from Colorado. But I get overwhelmed. I've been really wanting to do a stream dedicated to world building Norwood. That way I could just like sit down and answer like Q&As like about the story, so it'd be all in one stream. Because I haven't answered them in streams before. But that was like months and months ago, and so I would like to like have a stream dedicated to it. But the issue is like Lloyd's character is very complicated, and I also suck at drawing men, and I suck at drawing men in armor, like knights. Suck at it. I suck at drawing buildings. I kind of steer away from them. It's not something I enjoy doing, which I need to force myself to work on it so I can be better at it. But I'm also trying to think of like, hey, like I just can't always do what I want to do. Like I would like to start commissions. I've been in my head teasing about like doing a shop, but it's still very complicated being a one person doing everything on my own. But I would like to. I don't like really opening commissions during the holidays just because like it's the holidays, people don't really have money for that, and I understand it completely. Something like, oh, okay, if I can like do commissions right now, then that'd be great, but it's finding the commissioners, you know. It's all that. I love a Norwood stream. I know, it'd be so fun. Because there's this map I'm working on, and the problem is that I think I'm too stupid for my story, which is very frustrating because I want it to be this very complex, like, written backwards story, but I'm not smart enough. Like, there's so many languages, there's so many different, like, keys and puzzle points that I'm trying to work out. And I feel dumb. I feel stupid. Like, I feel like I'm making this, like, elaborate thing. But you can only write as smart as you are. Like, if you're stupid, you're not gonna write anything intelligent, I feel. And that's where I get, like, a little bit like, man, this sucks. So it's like, I want everything to be very specific. I want this whole world figured out before I even start writing so everything is consistent. And I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm too much of a perfectionist when it comes to that. Every writer ever feels dumb and stupid when they're stumped. It's not like I'm stumped because I have a general idea of what I want. And what I do have, I think, is pretty good. I'm trying to like talk about around it without spoiling, but like the premise is Tabitha Norwood is a witch. She's a human witch which in her world makes her a very like hostile outcast. Humans do not want to engage with her, and other species, like, they want to hunt her, but because she's a witch, they're kind of hesitant. So, like, when you see her engage with other species that aren't human, they're going to be apprehensive about her because they're kind of suspecting. Because in her world, human blood is pure, and it's kind of known, like, oh, human, or not speculated, like, it's well known, but, like, humans are near extinction. And human blood's pure, and whenever you're able to get, like, magical powers, it's through a blood sacrifice. Now, it doesn't have to be just human sacrifice, but just, like, any type of sacrifice. So you'll see, like, these magical students, like, magic school students, they will sacrifice bunnies or stuff to get their powers. And to them, it's just kind of, oh, haha, like, I could now have a familiar, and, like, familiars are, like, where they get the source of their magic. But it's at the same time, they are losing their sanity the more they indulge in the magic, indulge in sacrifices. And so you'll see these really powerful people, but that's kind of like where I'm trying to figure out the power balance. Because, oh, if you just like kill everyone, then these warlords are going to be powerful, but they will end up like losing themselves within their sanity because they're consumed by that evil that is the magic powers. And you're gonna have all these god and goddesses like pop up, and they are appearing like they're just beautiful creatures and that they're so loving and everyone loves them, but they're insane. Like, they are just pure evil. So I'm having to like work that out. Well, I got this weird language I wrote, might as well add a backstory to it. Yeah, Token was a little bit of a mad lad. Yeah, I just gotta go crazy. Well, I think J.J.R. Tolkien started his universe by writing language riddled with I know, I really like C.S. Lewis, and so I've been reading a lot of his work, too. I love that my head tweaks out when I read the chat, sorry. I need to fix that somehow, because, like, my chat is, like, way over to my right. Adore when there's a cost to being good at magic. Narratively, yeah, like, familiars, for example, there's also a power skill to them. Like, you can have these little, like, say, like, a finch. A finch is, like, a type of bird, by the way. And they'll look relatively healthy. It's little, so it's not going to have much power, but it's also not going to drain much sanity. So you'll see a lot of these, like, magical school kids, whatever. They'll have, like, pretty just, like, tame-looking familiars. Like, they don't do much. They don't have a lot of power to them besides, like, oh, I can make this tiny flame. I can do this and that. Oh, thank you for the sub! Oh my gosh! Oh wait, I didn't see who it was. Oh, I can't read it. But thank you. Oh my gosh, I need to figure out how I can read it, see it better, because I have YouTube on one monitor. I wish Steam Labs would tell me, because I didn't see it. Oh, I suck. I suck at this. I'm sorry, but thank you. It was me. Oh, thank you, Mr. Happy Noog. Oh my gosh. That's so sweet. I need to figure out my setup more because I don't like how my head turns. That's so... I don't know. And like the little stream thing, it makes it hard to see. Maybe if I do this? Well, I don't like that either. Uh-oh. No, that didn't work. Never provides battle sister. Thank you, Emperor. I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot to do the clouds before I even did the landscape. Normally I do the clouds. But, oh yeah, as I was talking about the familiars, so there's that, but they also have a decay system where the more decayed they are, that's also the more powerful they are. So you can see like this tiny finch, but it will look completely healthy. That's a weak one. However, if you see a skeletal form of a finch, like it's just bones and it's like rotting and that's it, that is like supposed to be like very powerful finch. Like that's kind of like the power system. So it's not just based off of size, but it can also be like they're decaying. So the more decayed is like the more lost and more corrupt they are. And that's also kind of like a signal of like, oh, like, is this a good familiar or bad familiar? Where that's kind of where that society is like, oh, there's good ones and bad ones. It's not like totally not off of the user. But I'm trying to think like, okay, like, because like I'm trying to make it to where anything can be, not that anything can be canon in my story, but I say like you have a character, like I want them to be very easily inserted into this, because like imagine like, oh, like this would be so fun for like my friends to include their characters in and stuff. But I'm like, okay, well if familiars are animals, then say like furries, for example, what would the furries be? And that's where my brain goes like on the spiral. What a grotesque magic system in a good, intriguing way. Thank you. So we got undead dragons being the strongest thing ever. Not entirely so, but yeah. Ideally, but there's also a cost again to those familiars existing. That they are only brought in by their masters, and if you summon one of those familiars, very strong familiars have a very short lifespan, because the moment their summoner dies, so do they. So yeah, you can have this massive undead dragon as a familiar, but you are going to probably croak very nicely because of you two. Croak yourself because you lose it. Like your mind just goes crazy. And it's kind of like the counterpoint where I'm trying to make like, okay, all this is like related, but then how does Christ come involved? Like how does Jesus exist in this world? Like canonly, how can I have Jesus here? Because I want Jesus in my story, like full on the man himself. So I'm trying to like write around that to make it logical, but also have all these species exist, because obviously if Jesus is there, then he had to be crucified. So when does like this turning point happen? Like, is it a different timeline? Like, which it is a different timeline. It's not ours. It's very, like, in a D&D type set where just set, like, a fantasy, medieval type setting. But it's rough. It's a hard story for me to write. Another plane of existence. Pretty much, like, yeah. But I also want to keep, like, the Old and New Testament, you know? Like, I've been trying to study Revelations and Daniel. No, not Revelations, it's just one, but it's just how I said it, sorry. Revelation and Daniel. And look at the prophecies in there. I have a book about all the prophecies, and it'd be kind of cool to include them in there. Like, what's to come, and, like, how them, because it talks about, regions and dragons and stuff. It's like, oh, like, obviously I can add that into, like, my story. I'm very interested in seeing how you incorporate Jesus into the story. It's the most powerful, but never raw. It would be physical and absolutely a raw story. Like, one thing I've been trying to balance this out, because for humans, like, all the other species have to do sacrifices for their magic powers. However, for humans, I was thinking based off, like, how bards are in D&D and clerics, paladins and stuff. Imagine a choir in D&D, and they sing, and their praises are kind of like what is the counter to, like, their attacks. For example, say, like, the humans, because they're being hunted down. I'm gonna be honest with you, I fell out of my faith almost a decade ago when I was, like, 14. But when I was in, Genesis and Rev was my favorite to read about. Those are really good. My personal favorite is Exodus. I really like, my favorite verse ever is Exodus 14:14, where it says, you shall only be still, and the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Sorry, it's like a different translation that I was going through, but imagine, like, this demon is, like, attacking this human tribe, for example, because, like, I'm trying to set the humans to be, like, kind of in a set of Native Americans, Midwest culture, because, like, that's where I was raised. But it's like, I kind of really like them to be, like, nomads, so they traveled like Native Americans did. But just imagine them out in the field, and their hands are up, and they're, like, praising God with all their might. And none of the demons that are trying to attack them can kill them. And they're just baffled because, like, on the other side of the world, I can, like, kill and, like, slaughter each other. But they can't land a single hair on, like, the humans just because they're praising the entire time. And for the humans, it's like, they can't stop praising because that will lower, like, their spirit, you know? Like, it's this massive attack on spiritual warfare that humans are a part of, and it's kind of like a rumored because they're so, like, isolated, and they've been pushed to, like, the edge of the earth where people aren't even sure if they're alive anymore. So that's kind of like, that's something that I want to come in later, where it's like, they do have a defense, because there are knights, like, there's like this order. If you read my magazine I posted, there's like the Covenant Order, or the Order of the Covenant. I think I remember my own story, but where these guys, like, just knights, they protect the rest of the humans, but they also will look for any traitors who are turning them over to the dark elves and stuff. And that's who Lloyd is, and that's where he starts stalking Tabitha, because he suspects her being a traitor. And so he starts following her back to the other side of the world. It's legit about Moses and him trying to fist fight the Pharaoh for the Jews. It reminds me of Metallica's song, Creeping Death. It's such a good book. Like, I love Exodus so much. It's just so powerful. Like, the fact, this I think is also really cool, all of Jesus's miracles are surrounded by the plagues that were about Pharaoh. And I think what's also kind of funny is, like, people will look back, and it always comes back to the damn elves. Yeah. One specific set, but I'm still trying to write out, because I'm trying to make it logical for Tabitha to go back and forth. Like, her grand journey is that she's trying to find her parents, where her parents were when she was born, because she remembers very vaguely where she was born, but she was born underground. And so it's very hard for her to remember where she was. And she only remembers vaguely the area where she was taken, like her father was taken from her, and she was like by herself. And she was then picked up later by like these princesses who were like traveling, and they saw her, so they took her in. And then she later becomes like a political pawn as she's growing up. But anyway, she only remembers vaguely the area. She doesn't know exactly where it is. So she grew up on the side, like in this mountain range, which once I get the map, I can like point it out and not explain it all again. But there's one side of like this whole mountain range that she was like pretty sure she was born there, but she doesn't know. But she was taken back to go north, kind of like think of like Europe area, born there. And not born there, no, she was taken there and raised there by the princesses. And then she gets framed for murder, so she flees, and so now she's being chased because like everyone thinks she killed her adopted mother, and so she's running, but she may or may not have did. I won't specify that right now because that's a big spoiler. Just know that Tabitha is crazy. She is very unstable, but she flees. And then she just goes west. And that's kind of where she kind of learns some more stuff about, like, her past. And she realizes, like, oh, okay, like, all this, like, is starting to correlate. And she keeps going west until she meets the humans. And that is where the story starts. So you have all this back lore that I'm trying to figure out before even the story starts of, like, why she is the way she is, where she came from, what is going on, because like I have 20 years I have to set of things going on for cause and effect to come back later when she and the friends that she's going to be making along the way go back to the kingdom that she was doing air quotation marks framed for murder. I won't say if she did it or not yet. And then she has to figure out where her father is because he was taken from her, and where she was born, because where she was born is going to have the translations that the humans are needing for their faith. It's and that's like what's gonna verify like Jesus. I'm trying to figure out like what she's gonna find there and why it's why it's so important that she's like risking life and death to get there, and why she's the only one who knows. Just like at Star Wars, you can figure out the past lore later on if you're stuck on it. True, but like I feel like if I can get a good base, then I can do whatever I want. Like, I think it would help a lot. This has just become me talking about Norwood all over again. I didn't mean to do it in this stream, but it's such a fun story. I love it, but it's hard for me to, like, share characters, you know? Because, like, I'm always changing things. I don't want to make anything concrete unless I'm, like, 100%, like, firm in that decision. Like, yeah, this is how I want the story to go. Star Wars was also notably filled with plot holes. Good work, lads. We turned into a Norwood stream. I also feel like I suck at writing male characters, but I'm also trying to figure out, like, I don't want her to be a Mary Sue. I hate Mary Sue, so I also write characters, like, with other flaws first. Like, why are they, like, if they were to be the villain of the story, what would be, like, their reason? And then I make them into a good character. Like, for Lloyd, him being a bad character, or if he were to be the villain, not a bad character, but, like, to be the villain, is that he is trying to kill Tabitha. So, automatically, he is an antagonist. However, he's trying to protect the humans. Random book series that you are talking about remind me of the Obsidian trilogy. Pretty good series, if I'm honest. Oh, good! This is gonna sound really bad, too, but I hate reading. I feel bad because, like, oh, Doodles, like, you've been working on the story. Like, you don't read, obviously. I'm like, I read textbooks. I like information. I like guides, how-tos. I'll read those. But I feel like when I read books, I'm wasting my time because I feel like, oh, I could be doing something. I could be doing this. I could be drawing, or could be writing. Why am I going to sit here and read? Death shambles. I don't know, like, I just feel like I could be doing more with my time than reading. Like, reading a story, but, like, I do like, guides. Like, I got this new, like, vegetable garden how-to book because I have this massive garden. I think it's massive. I got a laptop for calling it massive, but anyway. I was similar to that. I read so much for school, I couldn't help but hate the idea of reading for fun. That too, I'm a slow reader. When I was in elementary school, there was this thing called the AR program, and I sucked at it. Like, I could read, but I couldn't read at the speed they were wanting me to. And I remember I would get publicly shamed if I didn't finish the reading points in time, because it was like for every 9 weeks you had to get like 90 points. And I couldn't do it because I would freeze up over the test, because they'd make us take these online tests, just like asking questions about the book. And I would understand a little bit what I was reading, but like I just read it because I liked it. I didn't read to remember. Like even now, I don't. So, this is really stupid. I don't bookmark my books. Like if I am reading something, I don't bookmark anything. If I'm reading a book, I will open it to where I think I remembered I was reading it last, and then just keep going. Let me tell you, growing up, I kind of got put in solitary confinement, being grounded in my room because of school, and let me tell you, reading is something I cherish, to be able to let the mind, plus, like, let you go. Like, I know for a lot of people, it's like a escape. That's art for me. Just like making any world that I wish I can go into. Been called crazy for not bookmarking. I know, like, I like to open my book and then like I'll just read wherever I last remember. But I feel like that's better, because why would I? Sometimes when I bookmark and I look at it, I was like, I don't remember reading any of this. So I have to go back like 5 pages. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I remember. Like, disconnect and soar into the infinite bounds of imagination. It is truly a magical experience. That's how I feel painting. What? How do you do that for a giant book, 90 plus pages? I just know where I left off. Like, I'll remember, like, say it's a thick book, like an inch thick. I just know, oh, I was halfway through. I'll open it halfway through. And then I'll read, like, the top few words of the page. And see if I remember it, recognize it. If I remember reading to a point, even if I read past it, I might as well read it again if I forgot it. Exactly! Like, if I forgot it, why should I continue if I don't remember what happened? I must have read The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit at least 20 times. Nice. I also struggle with the attention span. Not that I have ADHD, but I start feeling like, man, I could be doing something else. Like, I'm wasting my time. I am cheating just because I want easy colors. I've been yapping a lot more than coloring, so that's my bad, chat. I don't know, are we liking the VTuber, or should I go back to my PNG tuber? What are we thinking? Like, is it wonky? I don't know. I do like it gets like my head back and forth. I don't know. I'm cheating for colors. Like this one. Feels I highly recommend trying out an audiobook and reading along with it. It helps my ADHD focus on it. I have tried audiobooks, but looking at a book as I read might be better. Like, I can just do, like, free PDF of Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit and try reading it again. Because I remember trying a little bit. I don't know. I like the VTuber. You do? I have a new one, and she's going to be more saturated, so I also don't know if I like this style or my other one, but I mean, if I get it done, I'll let y'all tell me which one. If I don't read and listen, it's hard for me to focus on the actual book. Fair, fair. Like, I starting to do stuff with my hands, so I feel like if I'm listening to something, I can, like, space out. Like, when I work, I typically listen to Girl World, which, if you don't know what that is, it is the side of YouTube of really toxic, obese women, and it is the best thing ever. It is so funny to me that, like, and, like, these people, like, they're just horrible. They're horrible people, so, like, don't feel bad for them at all. But I really like this brush. This is nice. I still have to do the clouds. Saving the best for last. I probably will make this be a short stream, just because, like, I was talking earlier that I worked on my wall mural again today, so I finally finished it. It's done. I won't be sharing it online, though, but, I'm just glad it's done. I'm just so sick of it. It's fun. I do really like painting in real life. I just don't like showing. I don't know. I like to keep my physical art and my digital art separate. Sometimes I'll post my acrylics and oils, but oh no, you're good. You're good. Not the wall mural, just because, like, also if I show it because, like, it's in a building, I feel like it will end up doxing me. So it's just best if I don't. But it's just a landscape painting as well. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. It was fun. It's fun. Good progress to learn. That's the second one I've done. Let me add a new layer. Make this small. Too small. Can't even see it. Sorry, you guys can't even see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to add, like, my brushes. I really love doing trees. Now, painting them on a huge wall is not as fun, I will say. That was excruciating. And I kept having to get off my ladder and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to make sure, like, the dimensions were appropriate, but doing it like this is fun. Like, this is so easy. Like so. See. I remember hearing about the autists on 4chan, the wizards they are, using the stars, jetliners, and GPS photography to note down the ISIS training camp before passing it off to the CIA. Weaponized. Oh, that's crazy. Autism is a thing. Valid fears, doxing. Yeah, no. Yeah, it scares me. Oh, how I wish I had the patience and talent to paint such draw. We all had different forms of being creative. I think everyone has to have, like, a form of creativity, especially, like, a way to play. Because as we get older, we forget how to play. And it's so important to just, like, remember life isn't that serious. And that there's good in the world. I'm very quick to forget it. To merge with there below. Continue working on this as I just add some of these lower trees. Yep, and then I lock that there. Over here, grab this brush. Them darker so I can see what I was doing. Make this color. The sun is on this left side, so I'm just highlighting very briefly these. Anyways, I gotta get going. Take it easy, fam. Remember, the Emperor protects, blessed the master of mankind. Oh, thank you, Mr. Happy Nuke. I hope you have a really good day. Have a blessed day. So, like, what did you start with? Super is a lot easier for you to think. I only started drawing a little over 2 years ago, and I have negative talent. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, so I dressed up as Moon Knight as a 24-year-old. Yeah, that's the important part. Like, people underrate, like, how hard cosplay is. And how, like, skillful it is. Cool notebook and a mechanical pencil. Do not use line paper! Do not... When you do art, please, please, please use flat paper so people can see your artwork. Your art will be, like... It is also, do not throw away your artwork, but it is so important to see the artwork that you make and the process, like, progress that you make through it. When you have lines through it, it, like, hides your work. Be proud of it. I heard somewhere that if you just drew for 10 minutes a day, you'll get better. Did I say that? That sounds like something I would say. Because yes, if you even just doodle stuff. Anywhere, just like I understand, like, yeah, school notebook is anywhere. But, oh, I'm gonna grab a school notebook now. Yeah! In my server, if you go to art resources, I do have also good resources on how to start drawing. There's line of action, and what my favorite activity to do is, like, first watch a video of how to draw body proportions, proportionally, you know, but, watch that, and then look at line of action, the website. And I also have, like, this air quotation marks, like, homework assignment in my server. And something I think is really fun is get a sketchbook or, like, notebook, but I prefer sketchbook, so it's like blank paper. But try and fill out that entire sketchbook within 1 week. And every single page just needs to be filled with reference poses. That way, like, by the end of it, you'll have a really good understanding of how to draw human bodies. And they need to be, like, 1 minute to 3 minute studies. Like, they gotta be fast. Do not stop, do not think. Use pens. Do not use paper, use pens. Highly recommend Sam's art and Mark run it for guides if you want tips on how to do stuff. I'm pretty sure I also have them in my art resources. Hopefully, if not, I do need to add them because they are really good resources. Highly recommend them too. But, 1 week. I know it sounds scary, but just doing that, you gotta make art that you hate, and you're gonna have to make bad art. I promise you, Super. In order to be a good artist, you have to make really bad art. I have done probably 10,000 drawings in my lifetime so far because I just popped them out. Especially when I was learning in college, I'd do multiple drawings a day, just bam, 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 just so I could get stuff out there. And I could see, like, okay, I like that, I don't like that, that's horrible, never want to see that again, I like that, ooh, that's really good, like, and then I would take those that I liked and kept working on those. And they're so, so important if, you want to be an artist. Because I was told in college as well, it's like, you're gonna make art that you like, art that you hate, and art that you sell, somewhere in that time frame. It took me about 2 sketchbooks to get to the point where I was happy with it. And that was around 3 or 4 months into drawing. It takes time. It's gonna take a lot of dedication. And, like, in one of my magazines I posted, I talk about, like, half of being an artist. It's in my second one on my Instagram if you want to go read it. Highly recommend that you do if you haven't yet. But I talk about where I really think half of being an artist is the artwork. The other half takes attitude and determination. Because anyone can draw. Anyone can draw. It won't be good, but, like, anyone can draw. But if you want to be an artist and you want to get good at it, you have to have the attitude that I'm going to pursue this and I'm going to be dedicated to it. You gotta hold yourself accountable when being an artist. And I think that also then applies to other parts of life, like being a cook. Half of being a cook is the food. You gotta know the skill. You gotta know how to cut the food. You gotta know how the ovens work, because different ovens are different. How does all these appliances work? Does it break? How do I fix it? Do I call someone to fix it, or can I fix it myself? Like, it's all these things. It's not just about making food. being an artist isn't just making the art. I have to know color theory, I have to know values, I have to understand proportions, I have to know lighting, I have to be reasonable, like, hey, like, is, like, this landscape, is this a reasonable landscape? Can it be realistic? I have to know different approaches. So it'd be like, hey, like, should I approach it this way or should I approach it that way? Because I could do this all on one layer, or I can do it by multiple layers, which I'm doing by multiple layers. But it's like, hey, if I wanted this on one layer, how would I approach that? Like, I had to be able to have these problem-solving skills and rival my own thoughts. Oh no, she said color theory. But just be able to be my biggest critique, but not be upset about it. Which a lot of artists, they start to get intimidated when they start seeing the flaws in, like, either their own thinking, their own style, their own approaches. But really, that should be, I'm not even at my peak yet. There's more I don't even know. And so I think it's about that growth, but just really start working on that mindset of, it's not about this, like, making, it's not about the just putting color down, it's not just about moving my pencil, but it's about why I'm doing it, and I want to be good at it. I want to understand it. Because if it's easy, then you're not trying. That was a lot of yap. Hopefully that was inspirational though, because, like, anyone can be an artist. But not anyone can think like one. Like, they can, but I think a lot of people choose not to. I like the yap, thank you. I like yapping. I keep losing my cursor. That's like the one bad thing about, like, Krita, that, like, I can't see where my cursor is when it gets really small. And I move my screen to where you guys can see what I'm doing better. Oh well. I'm gonna come to here, up one. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stick to just one today. Get, like, slowly back into it. So here. If you also do want my advice, it definitely gave me some good insight. I'm good. I'm glad. My opinion as well, if you really want to get into landscapes, study clouds. When I started, like, if you scroll down enough, you'll see, like, when I started posting clouds, like, that's all I posted. I feel like studying clouds helps me a lot in learning how to do texture, how to balance, like, environmental lighting and work, and how to... I feel bad about the texture aspect of it, but it just helps you build a big object and how to break it down simpler to have these unique shapes. Yeah, super. One thing that isn't mentioned in, like, anything ever is to try to do what you like about it. As much as you want, you should study. Because if you're going to actually do it as a hobby, you have to, you know, like the thing. Yeah, do what you like. Like, like for me, art isn't... I like art a lot, so when I'm doing it, I kind of don't think about it as me liking it. Like, there was one day when I was working on my Blanky avatar, I went to church, and I kid you not, from 12 in the afternoon, I was in a VC with my boyfriend, and so we were talking. From then until 10 p.m. at night, I was working non-stop on my VTuber and rigging it. And it wasn't until 10:30, and my friend was like, hey, like, do you want to get on Helldivers? I was like, yeah, I could take a break from this. I've been working on it for a while. I was just like, wait, actually, I've been working on it all day. Like, for 8 hours straight, I just worked on it nonstop. And so, it's just... You don't even think about it as, like, work. You just do it to do it. And that's... I love that most about, like, why I feel like God made me be an artist. It was a very kind of impulsive, like, back in 7th grade, when I was like, I'm gonna be an artist. I'm gonna dedicate myself to it. And I just never stopped because I didn't think about stopping. Why should I? I love it. It gives me like a sense of grounding when I look at art. Even when I do art, it's just very grounding for me. I'm just working on these shapes. It's kind of nice because like there isn't a lot of color changes in here besides like when they do fade, so I can kind of like smudge them out. But I will also take a different color later. The part about clouds is that there's also no two clouds the same, so just like have fun. It's just a reference image. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate. If I wanted 100% accurate, I would just print out the picture. To me, working out is what is grounding for me. Working out's also grounding, yeah. That's why I like gardening too. Gardening's pretty grounding for me. Stoic, that's where my ADHD patience lacks. It's a fault within myself. If it's about art, I can do it all day. Like, my attention span doesn't waver. But if it's anything else, I get bored out of my mind. I know, thank you. I am heavily considering, this is like a pivot of conversation, but I have seen that sketchbook, the old Autodesk sketchbook was bought out by another company, so now it's just called Sketchbook now. But they've been updating more of their stuff, and they put a post out like a few weeks ago over their filming format, like how to record speed paint. So I'm really considering if I should go back to Sketchbook. I would really like to stream it, but part of the problem I have is that Sketchbook doesn't really, it's set up different than other softwares. It's not like one software like Crota is, where everything's built into the program. It opens up different windows for your color wheel, for your brushes, for your layers. It's very odd. So when you're streaming, I can't stream the whole screen unless I'm streaming my whole screen, which I don't want to do that because like I'm scared of it accidentally like doxing me if I do it like that. But like if I'm doing recorded content, I could, but I don't want to do that. So that's just something I've been thinking over and how I'll approach lately. Different. Let's go back to MS Paint. I've heard that's all you need. I could. I mean, I don't know if I did an MS Paint stream or if I had. I know I have a thumbnail made because I was gonna do one a while back. I also had like how to do grass, but I don't feel like I'm confident enough to teach people how to do grass. I could do probably a water. Doing water is the same as doing clouds, so I feel like that'd be kind of productive though. But I know people would be like, how do I color water? And I'll just do like different pictures of water very quickly, like try and do it in 10 minutes each. Just an idea, but I don't know if people like that either. And with doodles, it doesn't have to be accurate, but like really far away from the screen and squint your eyes, like that's close enough. It's great. And that's all you need for it to be a good drawing. Just be happy with it. Where is this reference picture located at? It's on top of some hill. Like, there's this thing called Rita the Rock Pusher that was on there, some type of statue. And that's where I was at. But it's on the west side of Pikes Peak. I don't know exactly where it was, though. I feel like this part, yeah, this part needs to be darker. Let's really come here. Let's come up here. Take this brush. No. Oh, you took it? I did. I took this picture. I took like 100 pictures. I loved Colorado when I was there. Very pretty landscape. I don't know. Like, I do think, unpopular opinion, I do think Oklahoma is prettier. With Colorado, you focus on the land. And it does have very pretty land. I will give it that. But, hey there, Stoic. But, like, with Oklahoma, I feel like you can see the whole open sky, and I love that. In Colorado, you can't. I felt very, like, claustrophobic in where everything was. Which, another helpful tip for artists, always watermark your stuff. I don't care how horrible you think your artwork is, and that no one will steal it. They will steal it. Always. So always watermark your stuff. These doodles down here. Wow. There's the doodle for today. Well, less than an hour. That's pretty good for an hour. I'm just going at it. Pretty happy with it. Here's your public opinion. I love the landscape of it more than the mountains. Anything for the doodle? Thank you guys for joining me, both of you, Stoic and Super. It's been a hard week, but just sitting down and doing art and doodling, like, it just makes me thankful. Let's see. I haven't, you know what? Speaking of that, let's look at the Bible verse for the day. Let's do a little Bible time. Let's see. Which, if you don't like Bible verses, now would be the time to leave, but let's see. Today's Bible verse is 2 Thessalonians 3:3, and I'm reading from the New King James Version. But the Lord is faithful. He will establish you and guard you from the evil one. Definitely feel that this past week. Been having a lot of issues, but I do trust. I'm not faithful, but I like the verses. When I was in TN, I was overwhelmed and sad. I couldn't see for miles. I couldn't realize. I know it. The flatland's so nice. The Lord is faithful. He will establish you and guard you from the evil one. That makes me think of Exodus 14, which is my all-time favorite and what I live by. Because I am a major crash out, and this helps me a lot. Like, mind my anger, mind my pride, and be forgiving. Where it says, the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Those two are very nice verses, but the verse of the day, the Lord is faithful. He will establish and guard you from the evil one. Very, very nice. It's very comforting to know, like, despite, like, how crazy the world is, like, God will still protect you and he looks after you. And I have to remember when I tell people this, I have to remember my own words, but, like, at your lowest is when God is closest to you, and he is. He is. He'll always be there. He's never left. I like the doodle today. It looks great. And thank you for the verse. It's refreshing. I'm actually at church right now, actually. Oh! Double Bible time, you know? Oh no, that's fair. Super mountains color the sky too much. I know, I like seeing the sky. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday evening. Remember to drink water and be blessed. Bye. Thank you. Bye.